world's most advanced scooter period.
UV Tesseract!
India's first vehicle with a radar.
We know we've been silent for a while. We wanted to come to you with concrete developments. Here's the update you've been waiting for.
2025, we unveiled something we'd been working towards for years. Not just a vehicle, but a new benchmark. 15 kilowatt of peak power, radar technology, a first in the segment. And we've designed something that's going to make everybody challenge what you thought a scooter could be. This is what you last saw in 2025. What followed wasn't a pause, but one of the most intense phases of building that we've been on. We did something really interesting. We took this Tesseract pan-India across 30 cities, 10 metro cities and 20 tier 2 cities as well. And we wanted to hear what each of you had to say in person when you sat and felt the scooter.
After taking the first leap of faith with the F77 and then with the X47, we are now already booked 4 Tesseracts. 3 are for the office and 1 is for my own use.
It's a very different form factor. I'm very possessive about my F77, so I don't let my friends really ride it. But the Tesseract is something I think I can get my friends and family also to ride.
Extremely excited. Just not me. In this case, actually, the whole family, me, my wife and my kids are extremely excited to see what is going to be put out.
Every offering that UV has come out with has excelled in terms of performance, and it exceeds your expectations. I'm really looking forward to that sort of power on a scooter, which I think is something that probably is unmatched. I don't think that anything can come close to that.
You know, it also brings with it a lot of safety features borrowed in from the X47 as well.
I was pumped as well as my dad, and he has been riding Activa for past 15 years, so this is going to be his upgrade, and I just booked it for him so that he can experience what I'm experiencing with F77.
We got a lot of positive feedback on the design of the Tesseract and the performance, the specs, the fact that radars for the first time being introduced in this segment augmented your safety to a great level. Having said that, we also got a lot of points that we could improve on to make sure that this vehicle satisfies all your use cases. Through this, we had thousands of conversations, riders, commuters, enthusiasts and families, each of us telling what this machine could become. We thought we had something special. But once we met people, we knew we had a little more work to do.
So just like Narayan said, when we took the Tesseract all over India, we met thousands of you guys where you were able to touch, feel and experience the Tesseract upfront, and give us very raw and unfiltered feedback. With regards to design, our vision was to create something very bold and futuristic. For the past 20 years, we've been seeing the same forms from all the manufacturers, which was actually getting boring now. When you guys saw the Tesseract, you gave us the same feedback. I'm glad to know that you resonated with our vision.
Now, the more important aspect was feedback that we received from you on areas of potential improvement, especially on the ergonomics.
Maybe handlebar can be taller.
I feel more in control of the scooter. I feel like I'm actually sitting on a chair, so it's very comfortable that way.
Without bag, it is quite comfortable.
So with a lot of interactions, we got to know that pillion comfort can be much better. So yes, the seat has gotten bigger. So other important feedback regarding ergonomics was the size of the floorboard. So people not only keep their bags, nor just groceries, but also their pets, and they want them to ride with more comfort. So we addressed that. We've also made a very pet-friendly floorboard. So talking about the floorboard, another pointer that came out was its width. So as you know, the Tesseract batteries are mounted underneath the floorboard. So we redesigned the battery and made the floorboard a little slimmer so that the ground reach becomes even better.
Now all of this wasn't just feedback on the margins. It fundamentally reshaped how we thought about the Tesseract. Comfort, practicality, ergonomics, load-carrying capability, and a lot more. Because at the end of the day, performance doesn't mean much if the machine doesn't work for your everyday life. Now coming to one of the most important aspects of the project, the battery tech. When we showcased the Tesseract last year, we had announced a peak power of about 15 kilowatt. Now we built some very cool motorcycles. The F77 is doing about 30 kilowatt, the F99 is doing about 100 kilowatt even. But when it came to the scooter platform, the challenges were fundamentally different because now we had to optimize from scratch for cost, weight and size perspective.
And so this brings us to another technical challenge, which is the ratio of power to capacity. Typically in the industry, you find scooters which have a battery capacity of 3 to 5 kilowatt hour and peak powers from 4 to 6 kilowatts. And that's a ratio of 1 to 1.5. And here in the case of the Tesseract, we were looking to get to 15 kilowatts of peak power with a battery capacity of about 4 kilowatt hour. That's a 4:1 ratio when we talk about power to capacity. Now that brings up some extreme requirements in terms of thermal management and thermal optimization to be able to operate for extended periods of time without any compromise on performance, on safety or on battery life. We solved this on the F77 and the X47s, but with the Tesseract we had to make everything a lot more compact and we had to accommodate 30 liters of boot space. So migrating this to the Tesseract was not as simple. Through months of development, we reached about 10 kilowatts of peak power on the Tesseract, which was already double of what the industry is at. But that wasn't enough. We weren't able to get to 15 kilowatts of power.
At this point, we were faced with two options. On one hand, we launched the Tesseract as is with a slightly compromised power output, or on the other hand, we radically rethink the engineering of the battery tech and the related electronic components. But the trade-off is the fact that it's going to take a few more months of development effort.
This took us back to what we really wanted the Tesseract to be. When we unveiled it for the first time, we said this is the world's most advanced scooter, and we really wanted to live up to that. So we went back to the drawing board on the thermals. These are the battery cells that go inside the battery packs. Several hundreds of these go into our battery packs today, and for each of these, there is cooling necessary. In most companies and in most scooters today, which produce anywhere from 4 to 6 kilowatts of peak power, the cooling is done on the surfaces on the radial side of these cells. But that isn't enough to produce the kind of power that we needed for the Tesseract. The Tesseract produces anywhere from 3 to 4 times the power, and for that we had to fundamentally rethink how we cool these cells. We went back to the fundamentals of thermal conductivity. While the surfaces and radial cooling allows for a thermal conductivity of between 3 to 5 watt per meter Kelvin, in the axial direction we get thermal conductivity within the cells of up to 15 watt per meter Kelvin. That's about 5 times increase in thermal conductivity, and that's what we've used to ensure that we're able to put out 15 kilowatts of peak power on the Tesseract. This alone took us over 6 months to solve, and today we're able to consistently hit over 15 kilowatts of peak power across all tests.
And today, through all of this, we've built the world's most advanced battery pack on a scooter in terms of performance, safety, and reliability. And the battery pack is also future-proofed to be ahead of the industry as a benchmark, not just today, but in the future as well. So today, we are at the Taneja Airport here in Hosur, and on the runway with us, we've got the entire spectrum of products in the Indian two-wheeler market. From most of the electric vehicles on my right to a lot of the popular IC engine scooters on my left. And in terms of power bands, we've got a spectrum ranging from 4 kilowatt scooters to 11 kilowatt on the Yamaha, which is among the most performance heavy scooters in the Indian market. So the battery pack, the BMS tech, the controller systems, the chargers, the VCU, and all of the software and AI systems on board are ready, completely developed in-house. And what in-house benefits we get out of this is the fact that each subsystem performs a little more efficiently because we control end-to-end communications across the stack. We are going to be putting this to the test against a spectrum of what is available in the Indian market. And let's see what the Tesseract is capable of.
Yeah, friend Bentley, leg up. Why they be down the boy? Tell them it's part of the plan. I'm just the underdog feeding them slaps. The game's in the palm of my hand. Whoa, they want me to fail, this is personal. They sleeping on me, this is perjury. You make it, nobody has heard of you. Tell the doctor, prep the beat for the surgery. Killing it, they ain't gotta gas me up. Do it myself, I'm drilling it. How many times did they pass me up? I'm cool, can't walk on my shoes, I'm kicking it.
So what we doing now is loading a 75 kg pillion with me on the Tesseract, combined payload of over 150 kgs on this vehicle, and everybody else is riding solo. The intent is that a good vehicle must perform the same no matter what the payload is. So let's see how it goes. Now that may seem outrageous, but it's absolutely true. The Ultraviolette Tesseract outputs between 2 to 3 times more power than most other scooters in the Indian market today. And the reason we're able to achieve that is the fact that we first built supremely high performance oriented machines like the F99 doing 100 kilowatts and the F77 doing 30 kilowatts. And the tech that we've built in terms of battery engineering, battery safety, powertrain electronics, the VCU, controller systems, now all of that are capable of handling and putting out a lot more power with a lot more efficiency. Now those systems that we've developed on the performance motorcycles come as default on the scooter platform as well. And for us the thesis was always this, that you crack the hardest technological challenges first, it becomes relatively simpler to go downstream. To me personally, one of the most exciting parts of this project is the fact that we've carried forward the Ultraviolette DNA of technology, innovation and performance from the motorcycle platforms onto the scooter platforms. It's not been easy. Like you've seen, there's been a lot of challenges on the powertrain, the battery architecture, but we've resolved it. It's taken a lot, but we are here on the other side. And I can today confidently say this is going to be among the most advanced and most exciting products that's going to hit the markets.
We made some great motorcycles, the F77 and the X47.
With motorcycle frames, it's more important as to how rider gains confidence because of the rigidity and the stiffness of the frame.
And not just about the rigidity, the packaging space, right? It allows for a trellis, a cradle, and all of these geometries that make it easier for us to achieve the stiffness. As compared to a flat floorboard scooter, that has very less members to connect and triangulate, which means that it's inherently less stiff.
But with the performance that we are aiming to give the Tesseract at, we couldn't live with this. We had to be able to engineer and come up with a solution that would overcome this challenge. Closely linked to the frame is our choice of 14-inch wheels. This provides us an opportunity to have better comfort for the user.
And on any given day in India, we go through good roads, bad roads and no roads. The industry has not moved away from 10-12-inch wheels since decades now. So 14-inch wheels are a no-brainer.
This, along with relatively longer travel suspension, ensures that the Tesseract is going to be the most comfortable scooter out there.
And all of this while making sure that the seat height is the same as most of the other scooters in the Indian market. With great power comes great responsibility. And for us, responsibility is safety. So the Tesseract is equipped with the dual-channel ABS system and the traction control system. With all of that 15 kilowatt of power, it means that it needs to have precise and powerful brakes along with safety in terms of ABS as well as traction control.
And today, all of this has been made for mass manufacturing and scale. This means the plastics can take vibration, can be durable and also ensure good fit and finish for the premium product feel. And through all of this, over the past few months, we have engineered a very safe and reliable scooter without compromising the ultraviolet DNA of tech and performance.
You've just seen what Tesseract is capable of in terms of design, utility and performance. Parallelly, we've been working towards pushing the boundaries of technology to redefine safety and user experience.
Imagine you're riding on the highway and a distracted driver accelerates from the back into your blind spot. Right? Even before you had a chance to look back and react, the radar on your two-wheeler detected the oncoming traffic and it issued a quick warning on your dash to alert you and get you to move out to a safer lane.
We've successfully built this and launched advanced radar on our X47, the world's first motorcycle to have radar in its segment. The radar analyzes the road, the driving conditions, the vehicle that is behind you analyzes its distance, its speed, and gives you alert on the mirror and on the dash. We have not just tested this for a straight European highway, but for the demanding Indian driving conditions. Whether you're dropping off your kid to school in your neighborhood or with the range that the Tesseract offers, you're probably doing an intercity. The radar is fine-tuned and calibrated for all of these conditions. We're not just building another scooter. We are setting a benchmark for a smarter and a safer ecosystem. We are giving you the absolute best spatial awareness.
The past year has been rather challenging for us, but today we are really excited about what we've managed to achieve with the Tesseract. I know the silence has not been ideal for this long, but we didn't want to get back to you with vague timelines and part updates. We wanted to speak when we had something concrete to share with you. The truth is, when you're building something truly disruptive and pushing the boundaries of design and tech, you're faced with hard choices every single day. Ship fast or build right, and in this case, we've taken a stance to build right.
Currently, we're in advanced road testing for various use cases and edge cases. The next 4 months is going to be all about this as we head towards the start of production. And I know a lot of you have been waiting for the Tesseract. And we want to thank you for the confidence you've shown in Ultraviolette and in our vision. From where we are today, which is the middle of 2026, the Tesseracts will be on the roads in the first quarter of 2027. All efforts are on to launching in January.
For those of you that have trusted us with your bookings, we thank you and we will honor the special pricing across variants. And now, if you're wondering if you should wait, you got to watch this. We're doing one more thing. Motorcycles.
And this is who we are at Ultraviolette. From India's first superbike, the F99, to the Tesseract, the world's most advanced scooter, built and designed to be future-proof even in 2030.